everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to party with us today. We're just going to let everyone in and settle in for a couple of minutes. We love seeing your faces. So nice to see you all. So if you are willing, please click on the chat feature and at the bottom of your screen so you can watch the chat as it's going on. But also, please turn your cameras on if you are willing. You don't have to, but we really do enjoy seeing you. And also click on the chat that you see at the bottom. It works best on the computer, but then you will be able to see the artist websites pop up during the presentation. You can let us know which pieces you are enjoying, send questions, and we'll do our best to respond. Let us know in the chat where everyone's from. I'm gonna type in here. I am from Troy, New York. Any other upstate people? Oh, I see Long Island, New Jersey, Vermont. Excellent. Who's the furthest away? Any people in California or Hawaii this time? Got Brooklyn, Annapolis, Maryland.
Arizona.
Arizona, fabulous, fabulous. And feel free right now, we're just getting started. So if you do want to say something, unmute yourself and go ahead and speak up. Okay, I'm going to just go over some technical things right now to give you an idea of how the day is going to go. So thank you for putting where you're from in the chat. It seems that the newest updates to Zoom have not made it to the iPad yet, and sometimes the spotlight feature doesn't work 100%. So we are doing as many workarounds as we possibly can in the background. However, if it's not working for you, we encourage you to join us from your smartphone or from your computer. If we have any major technical difficulties and the party ends abruptly, we will email you a new Zoom link and post a new link as updated link to the top of our homepage at artpartycentral.org. Now that all of that technical stuff is out of the way, let's have a cheers to all being together. Cheers. Thank you so much for being with us today. Cheers. Cheers. Okay. We're going to mute everybody now, so don't be offended. It's just Zoom protocol.
Kathleen, you're muted, love.
You mean to tell me I've been muted the whole time? That is very funny. Okay, so I don't know when that happened. I think at the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome you all to the party. No, it didn't happen at the beginning. It happened by accident here. Okay, so you all know about the Zoom links and everything?
Yeah, it happened when you said we're going to mute you all.
Oh, it muted me.
Love you.
Wonderful. Okay, so those of you that don't know me, I am Kathleen Tesnakis. I am one of the co-founders of Art Party Central, as are many of these other women on here today, and we will introduce them as well. To give you a little history about me, I am a fashion and accessories designer. My company name is Ekologic, EKOLOGIC.com. Please feel free to check it out if you would like. I can be found on my website, Facebook, Instagram, and all of those good things. But most of all, I love being here and being with all of you at these wonderful art parties, celebrating artists and their creativity and their connectivity with all of you. So I'm lucky to have a wonderful co-host today, Carla Goodian. You will see her as admin. Carla Goodian is from Carla Goodian Art and Design, and she is also a co-founder of Art Party Central. So she'll be taking care of all the background things like muting and unmuting today, which is why I had forgotten that I had been muted. So all of those things are going to happen magically, and that is thanks to Carla. Thank you so much, Carla. And you can check out her work at Carla Goodian Art and Design. Her website is going to be posted in the chat right now, so you can find her things as well. Enough about me. Today we are joined by 7 super talented artists: Stephanie Wheat from the Rebellion Bags, Kathleen Lang from the Wearable Garden, Daryl Storrs from Daryl Storrs Artwork, Lula Castillo from Natural Sur Organic Jewelry, Nina Valenti from NatureVsFuture, Monique Rancourt from Monique Rancourt Jewelry, Sam Stone from Swan&Stone Millinery. Sam is also one of the co-hosts of Art Party Central. Let me tell you a little bit how this party is going to shake out. Each of the 7 artists will give a presentation, and then if time allows, I will ask them 1 or 2 questions that were previously submitted. At the end of the party, we will raffle off one $50 gift certificate for each of the 7 artists' websites. That is 7 opportunities to win for just hanging out with us today. You do have to be present, so please stick around to the end. We will also give you a special discount at the end of the party, which is good for all 7 artists' website. It is a universal code, so you feel free to go shopping and you will save on everybody. So today, all of you will be a winner. At the end of the party, we'll open up for party chatting and invite you all to unmute yourselves and mingle. We will let you know when that happens. So let's get to the fun stuff. Our first artist today is Stephanie Wheat. Stephanie, take it away.
Thanks, Kathleen. Thanks, everyone. Oh my God, you handled that really well. So funny how like technology is just so glitchy and there's always something, got to kind of just roll with it.
It sure does.
So thanks everyone for having me. I am from Chicago. I'm a designer in the Midwest. I started my brand Rebellion. I started making handbags 15 years ago. So my first bag was made because I had a dream that I took a pair of scissors to a sofa and cut it into the shape of a handbag. So that shape is still what we are known for, which is sort of this teardrop that was the image in my dream. And so I woke up and I didn't have a sewing machine. I didn't know how to sew. And I'd not really made anything like this ever before. And so what I did is I just took a rivet machine that I had and I cut the piece of leather that I had that was upholstery grade, made it into the shape of my dream, and it's just evolved over the course of the past 15 years. And so we sell all over the country and in different countries. We were just recently invited to Paris Fashion Week and Paris Design Week. So it's certainly turned into something from just the idea that I had while I was asleep. And it's grown. We are known for our fur and natural fibers. So everything that we have is super long lasting, super durable. It's our way of going about the idea of sustainability. We have different ways to carry our things. So we're known for being super lightweight. They pack flat into a suitcase. They are, with the riveted construction and the quality leather, you don't have to do anything to it. It's meant to be worn forever. Yeah, just sort of a natural sort of shape that I came up with. And then you can carry all of our bags in more than one way. So this one cinches together, turns into like a little bucket bag. Exactly. And this is what I carry. So I designed this for a trip that I was taking to Quebec City a number of years ago. And I thought I'll throw my passport in it. You know, I'll be hands-free when I need to do things with my luggage and I won't have to worry about where everything is. And it just turned into my like daily use. So I carried one of these in a brown for like 8 years straight. And it's funny because it's like this little bucket bag and everybody goes, oh my God, but I love your big, furry, fun bags. And this is my bag of choice. So this one here, and I'm showing you a lot of the wristlets because these are great right now, this time of the year. They're great as gifts. We have some things on our website at Rebellion Bags. And there are some things that are on sale already. So along with the discount that you'll get from the party, if you find one of the pieces that's on sale, and grab it with that discount, you'll get a super discount, which is fun. This one here is a navy. It's a really dark navy with black fur tips. And again, you just pull that little strap and then you place it on your wrist. And it's sort of something different than like the average evening clutch. So it goes from day to night really nicely. We're known for our crossbody bags. So here is one that's in a really deep purple. This one happens to not show as well in on Zoom and online. You can kind of see that a bit, but because I'm having a hard time with the showing of it, I've thrown this one on sample sale. So this is on our sale link on our site, normally $7.75. I think this one's marked down to $4.75. So then you get that 10% discount. Somebody's going to get that one at a really good price. We have a lot of one of a kind. So you see me here in my home studio, and things are a little bit different. Obviously, we're all going through different situations with the pandemic, but I had just moved out of my studio space. I had a lofted space with 4 part-time employees, and now it was actually perfect timing because I didn't have all of the overhead. But I'm looking for a new space as we speak and looking forward to whatever it is that the future is going to hold. But I've got some really fun colors here that I just started with. This one here is called Basil. Isn't that just luscious?
Yeah, the color is amazing.
Isn't that fun?
Oh yeah, it's just gorgeous. So do you do custom orders?
I do. So I'm pretty much, I do a ton of custom. Like people will say, oh my God, I want that, but I want it with the antique brass instead of the silver. And it's like, no problem, we can do that. So one of the things that I've just started doing is I've started adding more and more options. And so now I'm going to have more and more custom things. Like this one has a new gray strap. So I was usually doing just black and brown straps, and now I've added this gray. My idea is to have a contrast. So there's always something that's contrasting. And this one with that bright yellow is super fun.
It is so beautiful. And how exciting. Are you excited to find a new space? I mean, I think that probably rent is going down these days, and might be a perfect opportunity. It's really
I found a really great space. It's a space that for years I've frequented because one of my favorite stores was there, and they went out of business, and it's before the pandemic, so it's been empty, and it's just a beautiful, lovely space. I'm looking forward to that. I'm trying to sign a lease on it, so let's see what happens.
exciting. So what are your suggestions for gifts?
So everything that I just showed you, those are great ideas for gifts. The other option is if you go online, and I'm showing you things that are on sale already on my site. And these are things that I'm just discontinuing. So there's no reason for it. Like this here is a beautiful acid washed cowhide in a silver inlay, which is, just something that I'm phasing out of. So this is a sample sale.
Can you show us the inside of that bag?
Sure. This one is a unlined, just as a super deep drop-in. So this one's stuffed with things here. We're known for being able to, you can literally put your coat in here. You can fit your, just like your wallet, and like you can fit a ton of things inside. So this is a really nice big one. And you'll see on our website where I have photographs of people with bags the size of these, but this one's like a 26 by, it's huge.
It's really gorgeous. I just love all the fleck tones and everything on there. So if I was looking for a present for somebody, like, can I call you, or how do I choose the best one?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's this visual rule that when you have too many good options, it's hard for people to make a decision on the one that they want. It's a good problem to have, but absolutely, I can totally help you with that. So you can send me an email, you can give me a call. All of our information is online on how to reach us.
Wow, it's just really neat. And the straps that I see on the red bag are also riveted. Those are really gorgeous also. Can you show me that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So this one is one of our newer designs. We just today finished the graphic design for a billboard that we're doing in Chicago to drive traffic to our website. And this is one of the bags that's going to be featured on it. So super, super fun. This one is a small crossbody. It's also a belt bag. So you can actually put this through the loop.
Nice. And I like the way it looks. It's just so pretty. Well,
For
thank
cell
you
phone.
so much, Stephanie. This is the first time I've seen your work, and it's just so lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have more questions at the end, so we'll get back to you again. Now I'd like to introduce Kathleen Lang as our next artist. Welcome, Kathleen.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for hosting and thank you for coming. It's so great to have everybody online. So my business, the Wearable Garden, was founded probably about 15 years ago as Organic Imprint Studio. I'm a printmaker, and I've always been drawn to trying to do my artwork without creating any pollution in the environment. So when I was introduced to this process, it's called eco printing. It's a way of using the dyes from botanical materials to actually create designs and actually dye the scarf at the same time. So I have a scarf. This is actually a scarf that I cooked today. This is a branch at the end. There's a scarf in here. And there are leaves that are actually layered inside of the scarf. So I actually cooked 2 of these. I call them cooked, but I actually have to force the plant material to print into the fabric. Whoops, sorry. And so in this case, you can see as I unravel it, this is the kind of eucalyptus that one would use in a holiday. This is corkscrew. It's kind of flat right now, you can't see. But what I want to draw your attention to is the lovely print that eucalyptus is making. So as I take it away, you can see that it printed. And that's with its own dye. Literally everyone, I only pre-treated this scarf with alum. And alum is a color stabilizer. Then I used the raw fresh plant material. And I created my design, I wrapped it up, and I boiled it for a little while, then I steamed it. So all of the work that I do is created this way. With the addition of found metal. So on some of the designs, metal is a way to make sure that the color's stable. So we use a couple of different things, but they're all very natural. So this one is a combination of, this is sumac spice leaves. Can you see that beautiful leaf? Can somebody give me a little feedback? Can you see it? The beautiful leaf.
Yes.
And then we double dipped this in black bean dye. So everything we do is about almost no carbon footprint, meaning, you know, no specific shipping or anything like that of dyes or anything like that, and very low natural waste. So all of my plant material goes into compost and it gets returned to the earth. So what I'd like to show you now are some of the other vibes, and I call them vibes because, well, this one is kind of similar in color to the last one that I showed you. I want to show you this one. I had mentioned found metal a little bit earlier.
Oh, that's.
You see that word hope? Hope, that was actually created with the letters that oxidized into the scarf. And now I'd like to show you how the beautiful effect that metal, now this is also black bean dye, and there's lots of tree leaves and onion skins and all kinds of stuff in this one. But the combination makes this really one of a kind, very unique result. So, and I would like to show you, this one is the medium. The last one I had on was the large, which it can also be seen as a wrap or worn as a wrap. but this one as well. So I really love that you can take these on a trip and they literally can dress up a t-shirt. I have on a jacket today because it's cold in here, which actually I'm going to take off because it's going to make it easier for you to see. The one here, this is 100% eucalyptus. And actually see how beautiful the reflection of the silk is.
It's so nice it's really nice when you hold it up that we can see the leaves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So
there a favorite material that you like to work with?
well, you know, I actually have to say that primarily the things that give me the most joy are the ones that I can predict the least. So I would say sumac spice leaves, which are everywhere. I just showed you some prints of those. I love to use eucalyptus, and then all kinds of berries and metals, black beans for our blues because it's a popular color. Also avocado skins. I use avocado skins, and that actually created this color. And it looks a little taupey here, but it's actually avocado skin ranges from pinks to plums.
And the blue at the bottom of that is just gorgeous. How do you, the
This
scarf,
one?
yeah, the scarf you just showed, how do you make that color stable?
So as I said before, I pre-treat them in alum or soy milk, and we use found metal. I don't know how much more time I have, but this one's very interesting to see as well. So can you see all of the depth that's happening in this scarf?
Yeah. Oh, it's just gorgeous.
So this one can be worn as the wrap. And it also, see how beautiful, and I start with a very nice quality silk, and then it can also be used as a scarf.
You can see the quality just as you're moving it is absolutely gorgeous. And I love the way that you were using it. It was the metal that you used to make the words on that. I saw.
Yes.
That.
Yes. So I have a few different sizes, starting with small. I would say my mediums to medium large, and this size are my most popular amongst the people who collect them. And I have a silk chiffon that is very sheer.
That's lovely.
Do you have a minute to grab that or no?
No, I think we have to go on to another artist.
Okay.
But thank you so much, Kathleen. It's beautiful presentation. Our next artist will be Daryl Storrs of Daryl Storrs Artwork. Take it away, Daryl.
Thank you, Kathleen. So I'm Daryl Storrs. I'm a printmaker. I live in Huntington, Vermont. Presently, I'm in my studio, which is next to my house. I have been making prints. Well, I started making prints in 1979, and I officially started my business in 1984. So anyway, behind me are block prints. I either do wood cuts or lino cuts, which means I just carve wood or linoleum. Here I'm starting with a small print. It's a 3-block lino cut. And here I'm going to show you. These are the separate blocks. So the first block here is the background. The middle block I print with a shadow color. And then this is the last block, and that's the birch bark. So those 3 blocks together created that print. Here is a block print that I actually did in Italy. I did a line drawing in plein air. It was the beginning of a pastel. And so where I've carved, it's white, and what I leave is in relief, and that's what picks up the ink with my sprayer. So that's the black and white of that image. This is the color version. So this is basically 3 blocks. I hand printed first the sky, which is a split fountain. The ink goes from dark to light. Then I did this green, and then it looks like black, but I printed this in a dark green. I use Calico inks, which are they're oil-based, but they wash out with soap and water. So it's sort of a newer version of printmaking. Most of the images, I start with a black and white image. It's the key block. It has most of the information on it. So this block is black and white, and then I hand painted it. And so usually I hand paint the images to get an idea of what I want to do with all the separate blocks and the separate colors. This one, I never quite did the color separation. So that one's hand painted. This image is a little bigger. The image itself is 12 by 12. 5 guys who have the band Revive came and looked at my work, and they were really great. They, told me what they wanted, and I created this. It's 5 separate blocks. And so this was the CD cover that I did for them. This one was hand painted. They also wanted a night scene, so it was another block creating the texture in the sky. And then I kind of have a thing for birches. So this one is fitting for now because it's called Almost Winter. So this was a real split fountain. I used 2 separate sprayers or rollers, one going from dark to medium, and then the next one going from medium to light. It's a little hard to hold it, but it works. So I also make a little bit of art for the ears, and this is a separate process. I drew these images this size on tracing paper. I transfer the drawing with light onto a printing plate, a positive offset plate that comes from England. I hand print them, I hand paint them, and I mix them with metal. So, and then the final thing I have is I like to do pastels outside. Fear not, this is just a start. It's not finished. So I did this at the end of a road with a friend in Barrie, Vermont. So you can see I work on paper. It's almost like a sandpaper. I do a line drawing with fine charcoal, and then I start the underpainting. So there's lots of layers of pigment, and I'm gonna attempt to show you a finished pastel, but it's kind of big. So
that is just gorgeous.
I'm gonna have
Wow, it's really pretty.
scan it.
What do you like doing best? Do you like the printmaking or the painting? Pastel, you showed us 3 different techniques.
Yeah, well, the printmaking is good for the winter because I'm not that into going outside and doing pastels in 20 below. But in the summer, doing the pastels it's really great. When I was doing that last pastel, a farmer came by and told us the history of his land, and it was a beautiful day, and I could hang out with friends, and we were all doing different work. So the pastels evolve, and then the prints, I need to plan them more. It's just a different thought process.
Oh, it's really, I just noticed your earrings that you're wearing you showed us the sketch earlier. And are these the final results?
Yes, I'm being a model.
Oh, they're just lovely. Is it possible to get them closer to the camera, your ear a little bit so we can see?
Oh,
Oh, okay. That's very, very, very nice. So are there different printmaking that you have taken on in your career? I know we did the painting, but are there styles of printmaking?
Well, I've done lots of different kinds of printmaking. I started out in college doing etching. I studied with a man named David Bumbeck at Middlebury College. Then I did some typography. Then when I was just trying to figure out what to do with my life, I read an article in Vermont Life about a printmaker named Sabra Field. And in the article, they talked about how she hired an assistant every year. And I thought, oh, I'd like to do that. So I wrote to her and got a job, and I worked there for 2 years. She does block printing. So that's where I learned that. Let's see. And then I went to graduate school. I got a master's in printmaking, and I pretty much did everything there.
Well, your work is a joy to look at. I just want to thank you so much, Daryl, for showing everyone. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce the next artist. Thank you so much, Daryl. Our next artist is Lula Castillo. Take it away, Lula.
Thank you, Kathleen. And thank you, everybody, for being here and joining us to the party. Thank you very much. My name is Lula Castillo. I'm based in New York, and I'm the founder and creator of organic jewelry, natural organic jewelry. What I do is I recycle seeds, beans, nuts, and I create eco-friendly accessories. Today, what I want to show you is one of my lima bean collections, which has been one of the favorites. As part of the winter collection, on my winter collection, I tend to use black, white, and gray, and sometimes I add some color, so just to add a hint. So I want to show you what do I use. What I do is I work with citrus peel. So this is, I recycle from a juice bar. This year was different, so I use in my own citrus. What I do is I peel off the white part and I dye with natural dyes. After I cut it, I do strips and I roll it. After I roll it, this is what I get. If I have two techniques. I use it, what I dye is this, what I don't dye is that, and after I can do it handmade. I do this kind of flowers, which are more flat. I do little flowers. This is also citrus peel. I do this one. This is made out of the white peel between the fruit and the citrus and the actual peel. And I do these ones. I use the outside of the peel.
That is so pretty.
Thanks. So the other part is the lima beans. The lima beans are these little beans. They're from Colombia, where I was born. What I do is I clean them up, I drill them, and then I added a preservative and I added a finish so they can stay. They can be preserved. And then after I crochet them. So these are crochet. My mom taught me how to crochet. I also in school learned how to. So the pieces that I have today is this one. This one originally was with a tawana, but this bean has been evolving. So I changed it with the citrus peel. I have it in these. I have it with the red rose. So by changing the color, the piece changed also the concept a little bit. Also, all my pieces are adjustable, so you can just take it out. I have this one, which is, I can actually pour it. Yeah, they have a sound. Most of my pieces have a sound. So same with this. So what you can do, you can make it longer, depends the top you wear, or you can make it shorter. And then you can rotate it and show part of the accent. You want to show this, or you want to show the rose. It's all up to you. Also depend the top that you wear. So this is another piece. I'm gonna keep this one with me. I have another one. This is the last one I created. I use the one on the top. They're called bombona nuts. So I did 3 rows of it, and I put the bombonas. I also made earrings. I did 2 sides of earrings. These are clip-ons. I do clip-ons only when people buy order. So these are the earrings. They can be short, they can be small, and I have these big ones. This one, they're more like a statement. So I would recommend to just wear the earrings and not the necklace because it can be too much. So this one can be just by them. Or I have the little rose.
They're so pretty. Where do you get your designs from? What inspires you?
Well, I think my biggest inspiration is nature. I travel a lot. I love to hike. I think trees, flowers. I love flowers, but I didn't like flowers in my necklace and my jewelry. But as I started working with the peels, I fall in love with the flowers. So most of the time I add in flowers. Also, it gave me the chance to add color to the pieces. I love colors. I like people. I like artists who can inspire me. So I go to galleries. I have a lot of friends who are artists. So I visit them in their shops or in their studios. I like sounds.
I love how you've taken an orange and made it into a flower. It's just so beautiful.
Thank you. I like sounds. I like music. So my pieces, music has been challenging me to like replicate or make it because it's such a difficult thing, turn music into a piece of jewelry. But I really like to do that with my pieces. So this one has that. This one is less. And
festive. The sounds are festive and fun.
yes.
So what are your suggestions for great gifts? What of those pieces do you think that would be an excellent gift?
Good question. Thank you. I have 2 kind of customers. One is the ones who really love it, but they think they're too big. So I recommended little small pieces. I have these flowers. These are like a bolo. So you open up. You just make it. They're more like easygoing pieces.
Oh,
So
that's
you can make it shorter, you can make it longer, depends what you're wearing. I have a different colors. And also, when I change the color, it changed a little bit. This is one of my best combinations. I have it, this one in multicolor.
they're so fun. I love the way that you moved it and how it created.
Another things that I have is bracelets. So this one has the natural texture of the knot. And I do dye it, so I put polka dots. So I have all these kind of bracelets. I dyed in the zebra and blue, and I do textures too. And another thing I recommend, or people like I notice, is earrings. So I've been doing a lot of earrings. This is one set. This is a multicolor. I like to just be more festive, and they've been asking me for longer earrings. So I've been doing this.
Those are just really, really pretty, Lula. Thank you so much for showing your work. There's so much color and inspiration in there. It's very exciting. Our next artist is going to be Nina Valenti, and of NatureVsFuture. Take it away, Nina. Hi.
How are you? Thank you, our Party Central, for organizing this and all of you that are joining us. I'm Nina Valenti, the founder of NatureVsFuture. I'm a first-generation New Yorker. My parents are immigrants from Italy, and my dad's actually a double immigrant from Italy and Argentina. I had this cool dual life growing up as a Brooklyn City kid, but also spending my summers on my grandparents' farm in Sicily, which is where my appreciation and respect for nature really began. I've always loved art and fashion since I was a kid, and I actually learned how to sew from my grandmother. And I went to Parsons. A few years after Parsons, I needed to create my own vision of sculptural yet classic and edgy design. And I kind of fused my passion of art and architecture and nature, line, texture, form, just to kind of create my own look. So I launched NatureVsFuture in 2002. It's always been made locally in New York City. I use a lot of high-end designer overstock fabrics. I pay a lot of attention to detail. So I have these really cool classic shapes, but then I'll do like an awesome pop color for a lining just to add some extra drama. I work with a lot of different materials that I can get from all over the world. And they're always limited, which is cool because it makes them just kind of limited pieces. I focus on fit, on the timelessness of a design, so you can have them from years to come, and fashion as wearable, collectible art, and kind of just built to last, so it lasts for a long time. But you can kind of tell I'm really into tailoring. This is my swerve coat. It's one of my signature pieces. I believe it really kind of shows the look of the line. That's one. And one of my other signatures is the double collar sweater jacket, which I have been making for years in my collection. I'm always updating it. This season, I actually introduced it in the vest version. And it comes in this beautiful wool, as well as I do cotton versions. So this is it in the vest version, which I kind of like the way things drape just on their own, or you can kind of tailor them by buttoning them up. And then a lot of stuff will have cool details like the collar that you can open, have high or low. Just to show you some stuff, like I like function, form and function. So another one of my signature pieces is my water repellent convertible rain jacket, but it's more like a windbreaker and a raincoat. And this one, what's cool about it is that it just kind of has this awesome drape just on its own. You can wear it, just throw it over anything you're wearing, and has this cool kind of feel. Then you can button it up as well. The really cool detail is that it has this hood that actually you can wear as a hood, or you unzip it and then kind of push it back up to block the wind. So now it becomes a windbreaker. And then you have, what I like is like three-dimensional design, that there's just details all around, like kind of back and forward. Just really cool functional pieces. Also really good for traveling when we can travel again, hopefully 2021. The other thing I like to do is a lot of, I love sweatshirts, and especially now the way things are, but I love them with like cool designer fits. So it's like you feel like you're wearing a sweatshirt, but yet you look like you can go out and hang out and not look schleppy. This is one of my favorites. It's an organic cotton blend with a mixture of lyocell and spandex, so it has stretch. But then I also have this like super cool weight in this organic fleece version. And what I love about this is that it's like super soft. I wish you could feel it through Zoom. But again, it just drapes and hangs so nice. And when you button it, it kind of gives you a nice tailored shape. I don't know how much you can see, but then you have this awesome hood that keeps you warm and cozy. But you can get even cozier by just kind of drawing it up and have this like cool funnel shape.
Yes.
Nina, this story, I love the jacket. It's great.
Thank you.
Really beautiful. So Nina, what do you love most about what you do?
Mainly my favorite thing is just meeting all the amazing women through the years that I've been wearing my collection. Besides like architecture and art that inspires me, all the women that wear my stuff inspire me, because I have customers that have bought my line since 2002, and a lot of them still have the pieces, and if they don't fit, their daughter now does. Or I've done stuff also where I've like, some people have had my dresses from years ago, and then I actually custom did a wedding dress and kind of my more minimal look for some of my customers. So it's actually the amazing people, I mean, designers, and all my clients. That's just been like the most motivating part, just seeing everyone that wears it.
And that's really the foundation of sustainable fashion, is when people wear that. So that's a really great attribute of your pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just like when people have my stuff forever. Like, not that it's kind of like the whole slow fashion concept where it's not throwaway clothing. I mean, I have my pieces, I have samples, I have jackets, coats that I've had for like 10 years. And my weight fluctuates. And then when I go up, I wear one size. And when I go down, the other piece fits me. So it's like, but the style lasts forever. It just depends if it fits me, but I will wear them forever. And if not, my nieces now have a lot of my pieces that are from 2002. So
that leads me to my next question,
Mhm.
which is, what do you find yourself wearing a lot this season?
So besides all the organic cotton styles that I was showing you, also the convertible fleece. This is a really cool capelet style, which is a great layering piece. I use this a lot for like when the weather got cooler for outdoor dining. What I love about this is that it's this really cool fleece that you can actually wear just as a cape. You can put your arm through and then it's like a vest. And then if you put your arms through on the bottom, it's like a half cape, half vest. So you can actually like just move around very easily, but you have this like awesome cozy warmth, but still looks super chic and fashionable while being outside. And this I actually also can layer it over a sweatshirt, or I even layer it over like one of my fitted coats when I'm outside and it gets really cold. So definitely these pieces. And then also the organic pieces.
Yeah, really fun to see the blue pop through those slits to see the color. It's beautiful.
Exactly, the contrast. Yeah, and then another piece that I always, do I have time? I'm not sure. No.
Just one more, yes, absolutely.
Okay. So this style, I normally wear this in black, but just to show you, which is really cool, especially for things that now we're doing like a lot of online and stuff like that. It's gonna look a little weird over this sweatshirt, but just to show you the concept of like this, like kind of, it's a pretty lightweight, almost like a jersey fabric, but yet when you throw this on, you have this super cool shape. Again, I wouldn't wear it over a sweatshirt, but just to give you an idea of how the shape is, it's like this super comfortable poncho top that if you can layer it, and it's like you feel like you're wearing just a basic t-shirt, but you're kind of dressed up and comfortable. You can wear it with like fitted leggings, you can wear a tank under it or long sleeves. So it kind of gives it a year round besides like really, really hot summer, but you can wear it almost like 3 seasons by what you wear under it.
That is really,
this is kind of a piece. I live in this in black. So.
Thank you so much, Nina.
Thank
that
you.
presentation was awesome. I'm going to pass it down to the next artist, which is Monique Rancourt. Monique, take it away.
Hi, that was great. I'm so excited now. I want to shop. Hope you guys do too. I'm Monique Rancourt, and I'm here in my studio / gallery space in Waltham, Massachusetts. If you don't know where that is, it's about 7 miles west of Boston. So if you're in the city and you want to pop in on your way out, it's right off of the Mass Pike. But a little bit about my work. I am a traditional metalsmith, or trained with traditional metalsmithing and jewelry techniques. And I primarily use sterling silver. But I like to create work that is very textured. And I draw the inspiration from nature. So form and texture from nature. And how I get some of those textures, like as you can see here, I actually go in with a really hot oxyacetylene torch and add metal and just go in and sculpt it with this really hot, tiny flame. So I wanted to show you guys some cuffs because I didn't really talk about them last time, because I love making cuffs. I think they are a really nice accessory to dress up that black sweatshirt. Here's another one. This is one of my signature pieces. It has evolved over time. I think Carla wears one of the original ones that was made with rubber. Honestly, I couldn't deal with the toxic materials anymore. And when I moved my studio into the gallery space, I had to come up with an alternative because everyone would be breathing. So now I use leather with sterling silver,
Okay, babe.
and the clasps are magnetic. So you don't have to fuss with them. I think I just saw my friend Sarah Leon commenting on there. Hi, Sarah. So here's another one. And I go in and I start with all these little pins and just build it up until I'm satisfied, which can take up to a week sometimes. You know, I mix, so I sometimes work on more than one piece because it can be kind of exhausting just drilling and putting this thing in over and over. So when it's in the pickle, I'll start another one. But some newer pieces that I've been working on, our new series, is, as you can see, this necklace here, it's part of a new series called Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't know if you can see that, it might be a little bit washed out. So I'll hold it up for you. And I've been playing with all these shapes and making these chains, and no two are really alike. I don't ever know what's going to happen. And on this one, I added in a quartz, which stones are a new thing for me as well. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. Here's an earring. I don't know if you can see the top. And these are shoulder sweepers, but they are featherweight. Like I'm telling you, these are the lightest earrings ever. So you don't have to worry about that. The other new one that I did yesterday, finished this up yesterday, is this new fringe earring. Stop moving. Also very, very lightweight, not quite as long as the that last pair. And then I added these guys to the collection also, and that's a tourmalated quartz in there.
Monique, where did you learn to make jewelry?
I studied at Mass College of Art and Design in Boston. I went to school older, so I was 37 when I graduated from Mass Art.
Wow.
So I had a whole nother career prior to that in retail. I did retail management in Connecticut and New York and Boston. And then eventually I did display and merchandising, and I was dabbling with, you know, sewing and jewelry making, and I really just didn't want to work for the man anymore. And I decided to get a portfolio together and apply to some art schools. And then, so yeah, that's how that happened.
Neat. So now you have your own gallery and you do your own work. It's really phenomenal. What is your personal favorite? Yeah, exactly. I love how those journeys come together. What is your personal favorite piece of jewelry to wear?
Right. Well, I love this one. Very easy.
The leather again.
Yeah, and they're so comfortable, and over time, you know, they're a little stiff at first, but over time it forms to your arm and it's just so comfortable.
I love the way it snaps together.
Yeah, they're really fun to play with. Just make sure that you know if your silverware is real. I was at a diner once and I was picking up the silverware. I've also been wearing these a lot, which is pretty simple for me. Very light. I'll put it on because I don't have earrings on. And they're great with masks. Because you can just pop this out of the side of the mask and the back is not going to pull off. You're not going to lose your earring, which.
And it's also the form itself won't get caught. It's like a really good idea that way.
Yeah, there's not a lot of, beads and baubles on there to get stuck in anything for that matter. They're really been my go-to lately. And then, my other favorite is this one that I just showed you guys, probably because it's new, but I'm going to put it on for you so you can see.
It's always fun to see it actually on.
I feel like my work really comes to life on the body.
Oh, and let your hair down. It was reflected beautifully. You could see, yeah, it acted as the black background. It's lovely.
And it's like nothing. There's no pull. It's so light.
And does this match the necklace that you showed us earlier?
This one.
Yes.
So it's part of the same series. I mean, I have another necklace on. Obviously, it would lay a lot better.
Yeah, that's
without.
Really, but even layered, I mean, it's your work, so it looks beautiful layered too.
You can layer the, well, speaking of layering, you can layer the cuffs also. So for example, this one with, I do this fringe cuff, and this fringe cuff is not on my website. So if anybody's interested, I just can't get a good picture of it because I can't stand it up. And I've had it professionally photographed. It's just so hard to photograph.
Oh, wow. That movement is great.
So you can wear it with any of these, really.
Thank you so much. It's great to see it all together and on you. I'm going to pass it on to the next artist. Thank you, Monique. We are now here with Sam of Swan&Stone. Take it away, Sam.
Thank you, Kathleen. Yeah, so I am Sam, and I am half of an amazing hat making duo. My partner Nora Swan and I have been making hats together now for 10 years, which is hard to believe because, well, we're so young, first of all. That was actually just kind of a joke. Anyway, when we first came together and started making hats, we had our own roles to play, and I was making all of our felts, and Nora was had a previous life as a milliner in New York City. So she was making the hats. I would hand over the felts to her. And since then, I think we've shifted and learned so much from each other, and we almost sort of, morphed into each other. So we don't know where one person ends and the other begins. And so we actually have our hands in every part of the process of all of our hats now. And, sitting here listening to everyone speak and talk about their journey from beginning to end, it is really kind of interesting to think about how many shifts we've made over the years just in our own business. And now we're all finding ourselves in this very unique situation of this pandemic. And in fact, now Nora and I don't see each other nearly as much as we used to. We used to play off of each other so much in the design process and kind of figuring out what direction we were going. And now we're kind of FaceTiming each other and Zooming each other, just like we are here. So first, I wanted to just kind of show you a little bit about how we make the hats that we see behind me and here are one-of-a-kind structured, shaped hats. We call them blocked hats. So they're all wool felt. So we start off with a wooden block. And this one actually Nora carved herself. So when we first started making hats, we had a few hat blocks. We worked really hard to try to make as many styles as we could out of just the very few we had. Now, 10 years later, we've accumulated so many vintage hat blocks. And then Nora, of course, had to go learn how to carve wood herself. And in this case, it's a crown and a brim, and we combine them. And I want to show you, because I ran upstairs, Nora works upstairs, I work downstairs. I ran upstairs, and Nora, of course, has a hat that's sort of in the process. So this is the brim. And this is the crown. And so those two are going to be sewn together. The plastic is just so it doesn't stick to the wood. We don't, it's not really actually part of the hat. So those are going to be sewn together, and I'll show you. That hat is what we call our Gal Friday, which is one of our most popular hats. And I have to say, I think it would look spectacular with one of Nina's coats. that is what I personally believe. It's a really sort of tailored hat. It's, you know, it kind of starts off a little bit as a fedora, but it's got such a feminine appeal. It kind of swoops and is very, very flattering on the face. And so one of the things I was thinking about today, this is the funny thing about going last, you think a little bit too much because I kept shifting what I wanted to talk about. But one of the things I was thinking about today is a very personal experience, and that is that I was swamped with work today and sewing, and literally rushed to the studio to log on to Zoom to get here and didn't have time to do my hair. And I realized, who cares? I have a fascinator to put on. And I was thinking about all of us having to go to these Zoom meetings, and we're spending our days in our pajamas, right? I mean, I'm not going to speak for you all, but I'm homeschooling a bunch of little kids. My partner has 3, I have 3 kids. We're like trying to work and then trying to look good when we go to a Zoom and try to be professional. So we have a hat for that. We have a hat for every moment of like, oh, I don't feel so great today. You know, I'm trying to get it together. We've got, you know, professional hats. We've got when you're having your online holiday party, you know, we've got, our hats are all adjustable, and you can tighten them. You can have them, this is a nice perching hat, so it really sort of fits everyone. We put a millinery elastic in it. So that's actually what I was wearing before, was this fascinator. You know, the last time I had to go on Zoom was here in the studio. And I had a very similar situation in that I realized I needed to put a fascinator on. So we actually, we have a lot of these different fascinators to liven up your look at a moment's notice. And we have a lot of hats that, I mean, every one of our hats creates such a different vibe to your personality. This is the exact same hat that I put on the first time that I told you we call the Gal Friday, but now it's this electric blue, and I have sort of a different personality before you.
I'm kind of in love with the Gal Friday. That green one is speaking to me.
Yeah,
do you have anything that you've been working on specifically for the holidays?
Yes. So we're totally also ourselves in gift giving mode and thinking about what we would want to be giving ourselves, what we, you know, this time of year, we're usually down in Grand Central, as we know, many of us. And then Nora and I are sort of rushing back and taking turns making our gifts for our family. And one of the things I made last year for my partner was a felted pillow. And so I made all the felts on our felt loom. The back is silk, and he and his girls loved it so much it kept actually going from bedroom to bedroom. I made it for the living room, but anyway, so now we have a line of felted pillows.
Oh, those are just great.
You know, these are all hand felted. And we created a page on our website that is holiday finery and gifts. We've also been doing these, you know, fancier masks. We have several of the masks. This actually goes very well with a fascinator. And you know what, the other thing I was thinking is what I would love to see is during these, you know, the outdoor caroling, wouldn't you love to see everyone walking around like this, and they're out, like when they're going to like to stand outside and listen to the local carolers?
Absolutely. That's just stunning on you. It is really fun. And it also makes masks fun and beautiful. They're
Right.
elegant.
What we keep saying is you have to wear them, so make it fun, right? So.
And what about choosing a hat for someone else?
Oh, right. So choosing a hat for someone else, I think, is really intimidating for a lot of people, and it doesn't have to be, because we do, so just like we do FaceTime and Zoom when choosing a hat for yourself, so, you know, we'll FaceTime and we'll Zoom with someone, we can do that with you if you're trying to figure out what your loved one wants. We can talk to you about, you know, what does he or she like to wear? What kinds of coats? What's his style? What's his lifestyle or her lifestyle like? face shape, all of that stuff. We can do that over the phone. We can do that back and forth by email. But we are very good at choosing the right hat for people, at recommending to you. And then we also do, we do exchanges after the holidays. We can, you know, if he or she wanted to swap it out.
I imagine after doing so many shows over the years and seeing thousands upon thousands of people that you really do know. I mean, I guess that's why artists are the experts. And I think it's awesome that each one of you has a way to connect with the customers. I am sure that's such a huge help. Thank you so much, Sam, for your presentation. And thanks to all of the artists for sharing their stories and showing us the incredible work. And we really want to thank you, the viewers, as well for coming. We have 7 raffle prizes, but before we do the drawing, we just want to know how much we appreciate you. You are the reason that we do our work in the first place. So many of you recognize the challenges that artisans are facing without the shows and have asked how to help. Well, the easiest way to help artists and small businesses that you've fallen in love with at our art parties is to come back again and bring friends and spread the word. You can also bring anyone that you think that would appreciate learning about handmade. We are loving having this platform just to connect with you. And thank you so very much for hanging out with us today. We will begin with our gift certificates. Let's now celebrate and begin choosing the winners. But also before that, we do have social media. Each one of us has Facebook and Instagram. So your likes and follows mean the world to us. It's a way for us to connect together. So please reach out. It's your way of sending love and inspiration to all of the artists that you've seen today. So I want to thank you very much. We're going to open this up after the raffle drawing. So now let's begin to celebrate and choose the winners of the $50 gift certificates. We're going to choose one winner for each of the websites randomly from everyone that is still on the party. And we encourage you to unmute yourself and cheers for the winners. If you're one of the lucky winners, we need you to post your name and email address in the chat so we can email your gift certificate after the event. And if you're uncomfortable with posting it to the whole group, you are welcome to send a private message to the admin, which is Carla. Carla, you know, wave up there, or me. Okay, so let us get to the raffle. I have not, Carla. Oh, here we go. Drum roll, please. Are you all ready? For Stephanie Wheat, it is Sarah Leon. Congratulations.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey.
Our next artist is Kathleen Lang, and the winner for Kathleen's beautiful work is Dory Overby. Congratulations, Dory.
Dory.
For the artist Daryl Storrs, the winner is Cindy Reimer. Congratulations, Cindy.
Yay.
Woo! Woohoo! And for Lula Castillo, it's Liz Iverson. Hi, Liz. Thanks for coming again. Please put your emails in the chat. We still have a few more to go, but do send us your email so we can contact you. Our next artist is Nina Valenti, and the winner for Nina's work is Mary Carol Lodge. Congratulations. For Monique Rancourt, the winner is Lee Vidor. Congratulations, Lee. And for Swan&Stone, our 7th artist, Annette Harbinger. Congratulations.
Yay.
You have won. Congratulations to all the winners. And because we want everyone to feel like a winner today, they have all, and have everybody win something, you all will receive a coupon code for the 10% off of all 7 makers websites. The coupon will be good from today through December 9th. So head over to the websites and do some retail therapy and find some really amazing gifts. The coupon code for today is Art Party December DEC 03. Art Party DEC 03, and I'm sure Carla already has that in the chat for you. We will be sending you an email, so don't worry if you can't remember this information. We're going to send you the address of the artist websites, but do look there now so you can shop as soon as we close the evening. It is Art Party DEC 03. I want to thank you all for coming today. It was so much fun, and we look forward to having so many more parties soon. I want to give a shout out to Carla Goodian again for helping co-host today. Thank you so much, Carla.
Kathleen.
Yes, you may not have seen her, but she was in the background making sure everything went smoothly. And please check out Carla's website at carlagoodian.com. Now that the holiday is in full swing, we will have more parties each week. We have one more day of parties this week, and next week we will have 4 days of parties, all with different artists. Saturday will feature Megan Patrice Riley Jewelry, Posh Felt, Sherwood Forest Designs, Stonecrop Beadwork, Bebop and Wally, Battle Studio, and Carla Goodian Design as an artist this time. We will announce the artist roster for next week on Sunday. You can always RSVP to parties at artpartycentral.org. I think I can speak for the artists by saying thank you. You absolutely rock. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you. Thank you.
We miss seeing you all in person, but this has been a great way to stay connected. And with that said, we have a few minutes left and we would love to say hi. We know you're all busy, so we will not be offended if you have to go, but please stay and we will ask more questions and hang out. We invite you to unmute yourself and let's just hang out and chat.
Ooh.
So were there any questions in the chat that we didn't quite get to?
Somebody asked me something. Jane Goldberg, she was asking me, what is this made out of it? So Jane, this is a nut from a palm tree. This is the nut. So this is what I use. So what I do is I open the nut. If I see a crack, I do the other side. If I don't, I do slices. So this is the material from this piece. And the middle one is this. So I cut it in half and I dye. So now you know, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. I love your pieces.
Thank you. I think somebody else asked me something, but I'm not sure. Let me.
And feel free to just shout out your questions. We're all unmuted now. It's really the part where we can just be casual and hang out together. So don't feel shy about asking an artist a question.
So if I can be so bold, someone asked a question to see a cloche style. And I tried to do it just to sort of do it on the, do it quietly on the side. But anyway, so this is our cloche style. We have blocked cloches as well that I just don't have within my reach. But so I don't know if you were looking for.
Yeah. Hi. Yes. Sorry, I just started walking outside, so my Zoom cut for a sec. Could you repeat your question?
So Kate, you had asked if you could see a cloche. And I don't know if you can see me right now. I'm just showing.
Yes, I see you. It's super cute.
That's the
yeah, I was also on the website looking at and I don't remember the exact name, but there was a red one and a pumpkin one.
It was probably the same style.
Okay, but with the feathers on the side.
Right, with needle felted leaves, maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so cute.
So that is all the same, that same style. We have it in, various colors.
Cool. Thank you so much for putting that on.
Absolutely.
Do you have a big black wide band hat?
Let me see. Well,
I tried your stuff on it at shows, and they're so much fun to
try on, right?
And I do have a close.
Oh yeah. Well, why don't you go to someone else and I will peek around the studio. How's that sound, Kathleen?
That sounds absolutely great. Nina, is there anything that you would like to share? Something that
Yeah,
you-
actually I did. I forgot to mention that if there's anyone that's, you know, in the New York area, I do open up my studio by private appointment for one-on-one shopping. So we just make an appointment and wear masks. And, you know, I allocate 1 to 2 hours time. So if anyone is interested, you can always email me to make an appointment. I have all size ranges and everything here, so we can just kind of try stuff on.
So how are you?
Which
if anyone-
part of the city are you?
I'm sorry?
Where in the city are you? What in New York?
Where? Oh, in
Yes.
Dumbo, Brooklyn.
Okay.
Okay, and then also,
the length.
I'm sorry. What was that?
The length. Your
The length?
Yeah.
The length
The
of the
length of the coats?
I'm tall.
Yeah.
I'm like 5'9" and my arms are long. So how are your
Oh.
sleeve lengths?
Okay, I'm sorry. I was not
No,
hearing
that's
you.
okay. I wrote it
actually-
and Bella was
I
asking.
am actually obsessed with super long sleeves. So what happens is a lot of people that are really long, like a lot of my stuff is cut with long sleeves because of the thumb holes. But some people that have longer arms, you might not be able to access the thumb hole, but you still will get the length. So on any of the knits, that's usually not an issue. And a lot of the coats, like I do like a lot of styles that have long sleeves with long cuffs, because the concept is that they're always clean finish, so you can actually flip them if you have shorter arms.
Nice.
So if there's like a specific style, you can message me and then I can like actually measure the size, the exact length for you.
Thank you.
But yeah, I do cut stuff with pretty long sleeves unless they're already like my 3/4 sleeve style.
That's always my issue.
I'm with you, girl.
Question.
Yes, go
The
ahead.
hoodie that you showed at the end that has it's like a funnel neck that goes into a hood. Does that have the thumb holes?
The black sweatshirt one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one?
Yeah, I think it was the last one that you showed. Yeah. Does that have thumb holes?
Yeah, this one does also. It has long cuffs with thumb holes as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the knit styles, I've been doing the thumb holes like probably since I started. But on like the more structured styles, like if you meant these one I don't, because it actually wouldn't be comfortable because they're not stretchy. So
Right.
these don't have thumb holes. But
You know,
Yeah,
somebody,
I'm interested in that hoodie.
oh yeah, I love this.
And the thumb hole with your cuff over it looks really good.
Thank you.
somebody asked in the chat if we record the sessions, and we do, and we get them up on artpartycentral.org, which is fabulous. And Stephanie, somebody asked what kind of fur and where is it made?
Everything is made here locally in Chicago. So we make everything by hand, and the furs are all different. It depends on the bags themselves. So we do a lot of beaver, a lot of Tibetan wool. So it's all different, and those are all listed on our website with the bags themselves. I did see that a couple of people asked about the yellow as well. And I just wanted to say that this one has been, this is not even on our site yet. This was the first made of a new prototype. We finally have created a die that, a template that will help us make these a lot faster. I think I've personally I don't know how many million rivets I've actually set, but it's definitely well into the several million. And so we're moving into the ability to punch our bags with the holes in them. And this was the first bag, and I haven't even put it on the site yet, so I will.
That's so cool.
Well, that's the exciting thing about Art Party. You get to see things before they get on the sites. And if you do see something before, just, direct message or email an artist. But I think that's really exciting.
Everybody needs to buy Nina's work. I've been buying her clothes since 2015.
I
And
think,
they're
I think
beautiful.
we all agree with you, Dory. I don't think there's any question. Daryl, somebody asked if they could see one of your blocks close up again.
Oh, not a block, but a print.
Right, a print.
Okay.
Was it that first one that you had this sample of blocks? Because it's almost, I wanted to see the art piece after I saw the blocks, because it's so neat to see how you've.
I think they actually did want to see the block itself.
Okay. So.
And I have to say, I love birch trees as well. So I know that the fascination behind them.
So let's see. Oh, there we go. So these are the blocks. Now I just have to find the picture. You would think, here we go. So this is going to be the background. These are the shadows, and this is the actual birch bark. So where I carve it, there'll be nothing. And then what I print is in relief. And so this one is those 3 blocks together.
Love them.
And you can't really tell too much. I'm moving this a little bit. I added mica to this piece so it glistens almost like snow.
That is so cool.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
So if you don't mind, Kathleen, just for Dory, just a follow up for Dory, I just wanted to point out that yes, I don't know if anyone can see me or not, but so this is one wide brim black hat. We do a lot of custom orders, so just knowing that we have the ability to make wide brims. Here is another that's a much, it still has the sort of broader brim, but it's not nearly as large. So just wanted to show, just within my reach, a couple of shapes. This one's very short in the back, so when you're wearing your coat, it doesn't pop it up, which is kind of nice. And then this one is not quite as stiff. It's a lot softer, so it also has that. So anyway, I didn't want to take up everyone's time, but I wanted to just show those.
Do your hats have some sort of wires around the brim that you can?
Yeah, so most of them have, I mean, obviously it's going to depend a little bit on the hat, but most of them, especially, this one, both of the ones I just showed you, most of our hats will have a wire in the brim, and it just helps support that structure.
And then you can change the styling on it, correct? So if you wanted to, I don't know, flip it up in one area when it's naturally down.
Yeah, some of them are more amenable to that than others. This one has a very nice smooth curve, so flipping and that sort of thing might start giving you a little bit of a kink that you'll then have to deal with later. But some of the styles are more amenable to that. Yeah.
Does anyone have questions for Monique? I'm just fascinated by the detail work that you do, Monique, and the image of the little torch that you use to create.
Closer, I would show you.
Yeah. But I know your work from the shows, and I'm just always stunned by the level of creativity and the construction.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love the Bohemian Rhapsody piece. That's so gorgeous. Oh,
this one. Thank you.
And then you said, and you had earrings that went with it, right? They were like long.
Yeah, she's got one now.
Oh, I still have it on.
Yeah.
I forgot.
That's
it's so light.
Very,
I forgot it was on.
very me. I'm gonna have to message you after this.
Yeah, I love that style, and everybody keeps saying, you've got a great neck for that because it's long.
Right.
I don't know that I would want it that long, but the design of that is stunning.
I can make them shorter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually I'm outside of Boston.
Okay.
I'm near Hopkinton, so not far.
Yeah. Yeah. So the hours of the gallery are on my website.
Okay.
But I can modify anything to be different sizes, or different stones, or whatever. I'm open to customizing things.
All right. No, they're just gorgeous.
They're gorgeous. I can't wear anything that long, but I looked on the website. They're beautiful.
Thank you. And I did actually customize a pair for somebody where there was a black stone on the top, and we did the chains like half the length of this, and it worked out really well. So I have the formula, so it could be easily modified.
Yes, and Kathleen, your metalwork fascinates me in the silk, the way the metal, creates those wonderful textures amongst all the other vegetation that you use. But is there anything that we missed that you want to share with us?
I was thinking of it before, but now it escapes me. What I did want to mention that I do have some different fabrics. The scarf that I showed for a demonstration is a silk wool blend, and it's very comfortable to wear. It's not itchy or anything. And I have a silk de chine, which is a very yummy fabric. And then the chiffon, which I didn't get to show. I'm having some trouble with my lid. I guess you can see I'm a little bit dark right now, but it's a beautiful buttery chiffon. That's it's just the perfect size and what have you. So.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It's great learning more and more about everybody's artwork. And I've got to thank you all for coming. If there aren't any other questions, we will let everyone go. Hope to see you again at another art party. Please go to the artist websites, use your 10% off. We thank you so much and are so happy to be here with you and to be able to connect with you in this way. Is there any last questions that we should take before we wrap up for the evening?
I want to love Nina. Oops, sorry.
I want to ask Lula a question. That flower necklace, Lula, do you make it in different colors?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do have this one in blue. I have it in white, multicolor, red and purple. What colors do you like, or which one are you looking for?
I don't know. It's just I like to
I have
look.
different colors. I have red, I have blues, I have white, multicolor. But also, if you want to email me, you can email me.
Yeah, I do.
Definitely contact me and I can send you the pictures if the pieces I don't have.
That would be great.
Definitely.
I'm Carla Goodian's aunt, so you could get it to Carla.
Okay, definitely.
And then she would get it to me.
Messages and emails. I'm a matchmaker.
Yes, it's a matchmaker. Thank you.
Nina, can you show everybody the cocoon coat, which I love to death?
Oh yes, I have that one here.
Afford, and it's too big for me. But it's the most coat I've ever seen.
Recycled water repellent one. This one.
I think you have one in teal also.
Yeah, I sold out of the teal. I think this might be the last one I have in the gray.
They're too big anyway, but it's a stunning coat.
Yeah, it's this really cool recycled water repellent material. And it has this cool cocoon shape, and then it has these detachable sleeves. So you can either wear it without or with the sleeve.
Oh,
and it just has this really awesome big collar.
It's stunning on. It is absolutely, especially in the teal. Are you going to make that again?
Possibly. If I have a few yards left, I might be able to. Just all my fabrics are limited again, so like a lot of them I can't ever get again, but sometimes I have a few yards at my studio and then I can make it on order if I have it.
Okay. I mean, I love the pattern. You can make it in any color.
Oh yeah, this style too. I've made also like a version in this amazing wool. It's more of a one of a kind. I don't even have it on the website, but I'll show you. It's right here. Actually, it's deep into my studio, so maybe I can send you a picture of it, but I have it in a beautiful wool as well.
Nina, what about that gray one next to the red on the rack behind you? What's that?
Oh, this one?
Yeah, it has a great texture to it. Yes.
This is a wool cashmere. It's
Is it the gray?
Yeah, it's this gorgeous. So like the black sweatshirt I tried, it has the same funnel hood, and it's this really beautiful wool cashmere. but
Oh,
it's a
that's
long coat. This one's an outerwear version. The other one's like a sweatshirt version. And then this one you can actually wear as a lined coat.
Wow.
And it comes in this fabric as well as more of a like twill, like a wool twill fabric.
Just so beautiful.
pretty. That
Thank
black
you.
one next to the red one has that looks like it has a similar collar to the cocoon.
Which one?
The black coat that's next to the red
It's
coat
on the
that you have
mannequin.
on the
Oh,
mannequin.
this one.
I lost you. Where did you go?
Do you mean this one? This is the
Yeah.
one that I just showed, the wool cashmere?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that's the one that I just showed. It's this one here.
Okay.
It does. This one actually is a very different fit from the cocoon shape because it's actually very tailored.
Tailored would be better because that coat is way overwhelming for me, the cocoon.
Oh,
But
the
it's
cocoon,
so
yeah.
Gorgeous.
This one is like,
Oh, that's
so this
way
one
better.
comes in fitted. And then it has this detail as well.
Sounds like you guys need a FaceTime appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two of you.
No, it's a curse. I usually buy one or two things every time she was at Grand Central. So
Yeah.
although I moved to
Oh.
Arizona, I still buy from her.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. Be well. Come back and see us. We will be
Thank
here
you.
with lots of wonderful artists. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the artists tonight. You guys are incredibly talented, and it's such a pleasure to be your host. Have a good night, you guys.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Kathleen.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.